The TSA agent who said I looked like a terrorist didn't know I was evaluating him for federal service. I was sent to evaluate this airport after hundreds of Muslims got flagged as security risks and denied boarding. With my full beard and prayer cap, I fit the exact description that made agents nervous. I'd already watched security pull aside 3 other bearded men during my walk from parking to the checkpoint. The TSA agent was scanning a boarding pass when he glanced up at me. The ticket slipped from his fingers. His eyes went from my face to my prayer cap. He threw down the fallen ticket and yanked out his radio. Need backup. Now. He stepped in front of pre-check like he was guarding it from me. I hadn't even reached the line. 3 officers surrounded me within seconds. Get him out of here. The agent yanked my prayer cap off and held it up for the growing crowd. Passengers stopped to stare. He shook it theatrically while people pulled out phones. A mother grabbed her children and backed away. The agent noticed and announced loud enough for everyone to hear, "This is why we screen these people so carefully." He tossed my cap on the dirty floor and made me wait while he swabbed my hands 3 times, pressing hard enough to leave marks. A businessman gave him a thumbs up. Other passengers nodded. The agent's chest puffed out as he basked in their approval. He marched me to the glass-walled screening room and left the door wide open. He pointed at my shirt and made lifting motions until I raised it. His mouth fell open when he spotted my prayer bruise. He snapped his fingers and beckoned passing agents who pushed into the doorway. His index finger stopped an inch from my forehead and traced circles around the bruise. The agents doubled over and slapped their knees. He clutched his chest in mock horror and stumbled backward like he'd seen something terrifying. A crowd formed outside the glass. He twirled his finger above his head, and I turned in slow circles while his colleagues whistled and smacked their palms together. He slammed me face first against the wall. His knee drove into my spine while his hands yanked my arms up behind my back. My shoulders screamed. Other agents nodded from the doorway. He kicked my legs so far apart I nearly fell. The zip ties bit into my wrists as he ratcheted them tighter and tighter. Filthy terrorist. My fingers went numb, then started throbbing. He grabbed the plastic ties and used them like a handle to drag me around the room. He forced me to my knees on the concrete floor. His knee pressed between my shoulder blades until I couldn't breathe. The watching agents chuckled. He dumped my prayer bag and kicked through the contents. My prayer rug unfurled across the floor. He ground his boots into it, leaving black marks. He grabbed my Quran and ripped out pages in chunks. They floated down like snow. My prayer beads exploded when he whipped them against the wall. He found my prayer oil and poured it over my head. It burned my eyes. My mother's pills scattered as he stomped each bottle flat. There goes your terrorist mother's heart medication. He pulled out my wallet and found the family photo. He discovered my family photo and his entire body language changed. He planted his feet wider and leaned against the table while examining it. His free hand moved to his hip near his weapon. Sweat darkened his collar as he stared. Exotic women who know how to be obedient. My favorite combination. He tapped my daughter's faces in the photo. These 2 look just as delicious as their mother. All grown up and probably just as submissive. He made a show of memorizing our address on my license before sliding both into his pocket. The agent was tucking my photo deeper into his pocket when someone pounded on the door. The airport director charged in, already red-faced about the delays. He made it 3 feet before stopping like he'd hit a wall. His eyes went from the crushed medications to my oil-drenched hair to my face. The folder in his hand dropped and papers scattered. His mouth moved soundlessly before he choked out, "Special Agent Rashid?" The TSA agent's confident posture crumbled. The director pointed at me with a trembling finger. "Inspector General's office. This was a compliance test." The agent stumbled backward, and my family photo fluttered from his pocket to the floor. "Cut him loose!" The director's scream made the agent flinch so hard he banged into the table. His knife skittered across the floor. He crawled after it on hands and knees through my mother's pills. "This was a federal compliance audit," I said. The agent's chest started heaving like he couldn't breathe. He ripped at his collar and 3 buttons popped off. Sweat poured down his face as he grabbed fistfuls of Quran pages. The marshals found him curled in the corner clutching my family photo. He wouldn't let go until they bent his fingers back. I showered in the director's private bathroom and made my flight. The airport lost millions in federal funding. The agent lost everything else.